Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel for Leafy Couture Flowers. We are flowering on together this week with Jo from Smith & Munson. Smith & Munson are a 5th generation tulip and lily grower based down in Spalding. So I hope you enjoy the chat. I'm interviewing the lovely Jo Munson of Smith & Munson today. So hello, Jo.
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Also, pleasure. It's so good to see you, and so good to see you. Where are you? Tell me right now where you stood.
Hey, I'm stood in our glass house full of lilies.
Amazing.
Our first round of lilies, yeah.
Fabulous. So when did you plant the lilies? When did they start?
February, we planted the first lilies.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Take about 3 months to grow.
Amazing. So when will this crop be ready?
Soon, very soon. Next week or so. Yeah.
Fabulous. They look so high, and they're nearly as tall as you.
Yeah, they are. A little bit more growing to do yet. If the sunshine keeps up, they'll be ready a lot quicker. But
fantastic. Yeah. So you are in Spalding at the moment.
Yeah.
Yay. So tell me.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me how you got into the flower industry.
I married into the flower industry 28 years ago. In September it will be. Never had anything to do with flowers in my whole life. I worked for NatWest Bank, but then I got married, and Stephen was a flower grower and a farmer. Lots of tulips and lilies, same as we do now. We've tried a few other things over the years, but no, married into it, and then gradually got more and more involved in the business. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. In a kind of normal, obviously we're recording this in kind of lockdown, the COVID world. But can you tell me like what your normal kind of week would be?
A normal week, lots of flowers. I do more office work, and I do the social media and the marketing. So when we're really busy, I get to touch the flowers, but most of the time I don't really do a lot of the cropping or bunching. I'm doing all the other things behind the scenes, really. Invoicing, office work, that's not very exciting, is it? That's really boring.
And so where do you, how can people get hold of your flowers?
You can get hold of them from wholesalers, which is on our website. I will update it and change it. Things are changing at the moment anyway, aren't they? Yeah. Direct, if you go on the website, you can contact us by email. At the moment it's by email, but we haven't got anything for sale at the moment anyway, so but when we do, contact us by email.
The main crop that you have is tulips, and what month is tulips? And what
tulips
month
start? Okay, so we have flowers all year round. We have tulips from December to May, and we have lilies from May to December. So all year round, 365 days a year of flowers.
Amazing. They're so beautiful. Having been there and seen it, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, and it's immaculate. When I've been to the farm, it was immaculate.
Is it? Thank you. I don't know. Yeah, you have to be quite tidy, don't you? And keep your rubbish down and everything. So stop diseases.
Indeed, absolutely. So tell me, in terms of kind of amounts of volume of products that you get through in the farm, can you give me some kind of rough figures of?
Yeah, so we grow about 9 million tulips.
Just casually.
All different varieties. Yeah, about 100 different varieties. We specialise in some special varieties like the fringes, the doubles, parrots, and then and also all the single varieties, because there's just so many beautiful colours, and it changes through the season. Some tulips are early varieties, some tulips are later varieties. And then lilies, I think it's about 1.5 million lilies. Obviously they're a lot slower growing, so you can't grow as many in the space we've got. Right. Orientals, OTs, LAs, and the rose lilies.
Amazing.
Pollen-free roses.
Fabulous. And what's your favourite? Like, what's your fit? Do you have a favourite?
A favourite lily?
Yeah.
Or a favourite tulip, or both? Favourite lilies, I love the rose lilies. They are beautiful because they are pollen-free, but they still have a really pretty scent. So not as strong as an oriental lily, a lot of people don't necessarily like the smell of an oriental lily, but a rose lily is much sweeter fragrance. So a nice white rose lily and a tulip. I like Columbus, the peony, like pink with the peachy white edge, peony type tulip. You've had Columbus, I've seen them at yours.
Oh yeah, I think I've had all of yours over my time. All of the tulips. Love them.
You're good.
I love
Number one fan.
Yay. So in terms of working like in your flowery career with Smith & Munson, how, like, can you tell me like some of the highs that you've had and some of the lows? I know recently you've had a big low, but can you tell me some highs that...
We've had a big low. I think we had a kind of our biggest high and our biggest low within 2 weeks of each other, with the fire and the lockdown and everything that happened. But we were just switching it around to our online tulip direct customer sales with the tubes, which people have seen on Instagram, and the love and support and that we had that week was just amazing, really amazing. And then the fire struck, and that was just terrible, but everybody just so kind and encouraging and saying you'll be back. Yeah, so I think really the biggest high and biggest low all happened in that fortnight. Yeah, but no, lots of highs. There's always, when you run your own business, there's always highs and lows, as you know, and there's problems, but it's, as long as everybody's healthy, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. At the moment,
get to work with flowers, and it's it's a nice environment. It's a lovely job. Yeah.
So because
it's good.
It is, yeah, absolutely, it's hard work. So obviously I know who you work with and how you work, but for people that haven't been to visit your farm and haven't experienced it, tell me who works with you.
Okay, well, we're a family-run business, 5th generation. Stephen and myself now run it with Edward, who is our son, and he is 26 this week.
Wow.
So he's 5th generation. He's always wanted to do it. Nobody made him do it. He just wanted to come into the business with us, and he's taking it forward now. And it's a little bit of time of change probably for us with a new generation. And he's been back 4 or 5 years now, but it just takes a little while to integrate new ideas, doesn't it? And we work together really well. It's nice, I think. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we have a laugh. We have laughs.
How do you
highs and lows again?
Absolutely. How do you see the future of your business?
Yeah, hopefully good. Who knows? We don't know, do we, what's going to happen with what's happened recently? Unprecedented year, but hopefully with the support, and British people seem to be really wanting British products right now, so hopefully that will take us forward. We'd love to just keep growing more special varieties.
I think in terms of British, I think people definitely want that. They want to know the provenance of where their flowers are from, and I think people definitely, like you say, want to support locally grown and grown in this country.
It's happened with food, hasn't it? I mean, it's like anything. There is a place in the world, and things come from all over the world. But if it can be grown here and people are growing it here, then try and support them, because there's some really good growers in this country. Yeah.
And then in terms of I know we talked in the past about you maybe doing like more tours for people to come, or like open days at the farm. Is that
definitely? We did a collaboration, didn't we? We did the lunch in the glass house. One of my highs, that is. I think I should have said that before. Such an amazing day, so much fun. People are always saying when you're going to do more open days. So would love to do that, definitely. When all this gets sorted and we can have people around again, we'd love to do that.
I think it's so interesting, like all of the florists and the growers to see, because your flowers arrive, beautifully packaged in your logo and everything, and they're gorgeous. But it's so fascinating to see the process of how they go from like a bulb to that beautiful flower ready
Yeah.
to go out. You know, it's astounding looking at the process.
Yeah, thank you. I think, when people see the process, it does help you understand, doesn't it, perhaps why things cost what they do. You know, there's an awful lot behind growing something. A lot of work goes into it, a lot of care and love. And yeah, you know, we spend quite a long time selecting the right varieties. You know, we like to think we grow the modern varieties. I don't know if you can see, like, the shape of the lilies are all nice upward facing. Buds at the top.
They look so neat. It's unbelievable. Like the rows are just so beautiful and neat behind you. That view with the glass house roof and then it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fab.
Thank you. The blue sky. I
know that helps everything, doesn't it? So
yes.
I was just going to ask, like, in terms of how you see the business going forward, are you going to be doing more direct sales to people as well?
Yeah, we'd like to do that. Keep an eye on our website and social media for when we launch that again. Yes, yeah, and our brand, you know, selling it under our brand.
Yeah, it's strong branding. It's beautiful, especially when it's got such a strong family behind it. I think it's a privilege to buy your gorgeous flowers.
Oh gosh, thank you.
It is. So tell me about some collaborations that you might like to do in the future, or ones that you've done.
Yeah, we've done quite a few collaborations. We've done them with you, haven't we? We did a competition with Dorset Cereals. We've worked with Philippa Craddock, Lush. I'm trying to think of them all.
Wow.
It's exciting. I do like doing things like that. Sorry if I've missed anybody that we've collaborated with. Some big names. Yeah. Sarah at Leafy Couture.
Shut up. But that, I mean, we did Harrogate Flower Show, and I think that was like, I love doing that.
Oh.
We tulips to everybody, and like we did we've done 3, haven't we now? So we did like the tulip tunnel, the arch or tunnel or arch, and then we did the bathroom that had all the tulips in it.
Amazing.
That was featured like in like everywhere, like all of the local press, the national press. That was amazing. I love doing that. And then
we were lucky we could come and see it. Yeah, brilliant. You did a fantastic job.
I think it is good. I think sometimes as a business you have to take a risk to do things like that, don't you? But I think it pays off in terms of like brand awareness and
just educating people. And who's behind the brand, you know, it's just a family. Family, really, we put our heart and soul into it, don't we? Like you do.
And have you noticed in terms of the lockdown, like your working week, how's that changed? Has it changed much, or are you working more than ever, or have you had some chill time?
The week of lockdown, when everything just stopped, and then we turned it around with online sales, we were so busy. We had I had 2 daughters here helping us as well, because they weren't at work and one was home from university, so we were kind of working till really late at night getting everything packed. But then we had the fire, so we haven't had a true working week yet, because we haven't, until these lilies are ready, we've not had any flowers. So I don't know. But then the florists are opening up, aren't they, soon? June the 15th. Yeah. I don't know. Everybody will open, but they can open, and the markets. So maybe we'll come back then and hopefully pick up where we left off would be good.
I think it will. Yeah. I definitely think it will. I like the from what I've seen, and loads of florists are doing delivery, contactless delivery, whether they're
it's amazing how people have adapted, isn't it, to because people love flowers and they really still want flowers. And when lockdown happened, they couldn't get flowers, but they wanted flowers, and we were getting lots of messages about could we sell, send them direct. It was amazing. But so many people that couldn't see people that were sending them flowers, it's I don't know, it just made people's days just to receive some flowers. I don't know, amazing, isn't it? Getting back to nature, I suppose. And
I think it is going back to nature and what's important. And if you are in your home, like having nature around you makes you happy. Flowers make you happy, full stop, don't they? for sure.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So if you weren't growing flowers now, where do you think you would be, or what you would be doing?
Me personally, I don't know. I love being creative. I love art and design. I love cooking. I like feeding people. I think it would have to be something creative. Yeah, I'd love to have a tea room, something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Surely you could have a tea room as part of the farm somehow in the future. I can see. I've tasted your cake. You're amazing.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, just I don't know, entertaining. Like when we did the open day, it was so lovely just to have everybody here. I don't know, something with hospitality and entertaining and or designing, and try and mix them all together. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't
have to do something. Couldn't do nothing. Yeah.
And do you think I mean, you can't go wrong with flowers and cake, can you, really? I mean, that's like that's the dream combination.
Yeah, food and happiness, they say, is all we really need. So if you find what makes you happy, then yeah, food and happiness.
Yay. So in terms of how, because I've been there, like when I've been in winter, haven't I? Like I came in November and I came in January time.
January. Yeah, you haven't been in the summertime. You must come in the summer.
Yeah, I've never been in summer. But so when we were driving home from the farm, we'd stayed over the night before, and then the sun was like rising in the glass house on the tulips.
Yeah,
that honestly was one of the highlights of my life, seeing that.
You're saying that.
Incredible.
You take it for granted, don't you, when you live here? But yeah,
it was so beautiful. And then we had a long table laid down in the glass house, didn't we? And then people all sat down outside. Beautiful.
It was really exciting, wasn't it? It was something that we never ever thought about doing, and then when you did it, when you made it look so pretty,
it was
tulip chandeliers, and
it was a team effort. But yeah, and then we drove home that night. It was snowing on the way home, and so I've been in this boiling.
Really?
Yeah, we've been in a boiling glass house all the way, like all day baking, and then it snowed on the way home. But
yeah, see, that's what they are. They're protected. You see, they're grown protected, aren't they? That's how we can grow them all year round. But
do you just sometimes on a cold day just like hang out in the glass house just to warm up?
It is nice and warm, and even on a hot day, because they're so high and you have the fans and the screens, it's not as hot as you would think. It's quite
So
nice environment.
You do the social media. What do you find you get out of social media? How does it help you?
I think because we have quite a loyal following, that it's built up over the years. So then you get a really good interaction when you put a post on, and the love for what you do. It's so uplifting. It's lovely. And also to try and say a little bit about what we do. And flowers are so visual, aren't they? It's a really good one for Instagram, especially. Just truly, it's when you're really busy, that's when you forget to take photographs, and that's probably when you're probably the same. When it looks its best, but quite often when I do work in the flowers as well, and then you'll just think, that looks really nice. Those colours look nice together. I'm going to take a quick picture of that. And all our photographs are, just really what we've taken on our iPhone. A few professional shots for the website and things, and then I reuse those. But mainly, it's what we just snap on our phone when we're going around, and
Amazing. And I know I was pestering you to take some pictures of when after the lockdown, because normally you wouldn't see a lot of colour in your glass houses, would you? Because the flowers would be cut and then sent out. That's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't see a lot of colour. Yeah, that's right. But there was a bit more colour, yes. Yeah. But then it all picked up again quickly, and then the fire happened. But it's very unusual to see colour in a grower's glass house, because obviously everything's picked at the right stage, sent off to the florist and the customer.
It's the same with I think with florists, like we send flowers out and then I just forget that flowers actually open because once you for a wedding and you need them to be perfectly open, but if you do like bunches, which I've been doing like this whole lockdown, then you've sent them out, you forget that things develop and open because you don't see them as much. So it's funny, isn't it?
You want them to be perfect for the customer, don't you? So they're slightly to get some good bars. Like it's like peonies, they're just tiny, and then this massive flower. Yeah,
that's why I've got like a couple of peonies.
Beautiful
ones. But Yeah, I always think when I'm handing over a bunch and it's supposed to be like a really big bunch and the peonies are really tight, I'm like, it doesn't look like anything now, but it will when it
But
opens.
it will, and at least they get to see that, don't they? I mean, it's quite amazing when the flower does open, and there's so much. When you actually study a flower, there's so much in there, whatever flower it is, to actually really look at it, see all the detail. Amazing. All flowers are.
I find that with
magic.
They are magic, and I think that's why people who work with them are generally happy people, because you are working with that magic and you get that hit of energy from them, don't you?
Yeah, truly. The colours and from the tiniest snowdrop, which just is so fragile, to great big lilies. It's all fabulous. Yeah.
And you get, and it does. We're very lucky, and you get a hit of all the senses, because you get the colour, you get the scent, you get the shape, so you're getting all those different things together. Do you at home have like bunches of flowers? Because I know you live on site, don't you? You live on the farm.
We live on site. Yes, yeah, we do. We usually have a jug of something in the kitchen. Yeah, tulips in the tulip season, and lilies in the summertime. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it, to have.
Yeah,
something.
I think it's nice to have them for you. Like, you have them for everyone else. Sorry, I'm like just adjust myself. You have, with your flower. I'm really sat in a really weird position. You give flowers to everybody else, and everyone else gets them. So you've got to have the pleasure yourself, haven't you?
You have, and when someone, because a lot of people say, "I won't buy you flowers because you grow flowers," but really, to be given flowers, it's extra special when you grow them, because you don't get given flowers, do you? Yeah. But it is, and then you get a different type of flower that you probably don't grow yourself. They're beautiful.
And so in the past, you've done trials of growing other things.
A long time ago, we grew sunflowers and aconitum and molicella. We tried outdoor crops, but I mean, this was a long time ago. The children were really young. I think Stephen decided he preferred things to be undercover because you've got more control, and you're open to the elements, aren't you, once you're outside? And whether we might go back that way. Edward's got new ideas, so it's all a trial. You've got to try different things.
I think that's it. You've got to try different, but also I think there's something to be said for like having a really beautiful product that everybody knows, like, and associates your name with. That product of where you are. It's exciting. So my last random question. Oh, well, I've got two more questions. Where do you where do you get your inspiration from for like your when you're choosing your colours, and you said, we grow some modern varieties. Where do you get that from?
Yeah, well, all of our bulbs come from Holland. We don't grow any of our own bulbs. We buy the bulbs. We used to grow bulbs years ago, but it wasn't viable. There's so much involved with growing your own bulbs, and you tend to then be stuck with the same varieties. So every year we choose them from Holland. So we have a meeting with our suppliers, look at photographs, you kind of think what worked well the year before. I think it's a little bit on personal choice, what you like yourself. And we always have a real selection of colours, red, yellow, orange, pink, purple, white. Especially with tulips, there's a tulip in every colour, isn't there? So, I don't know, just a bit what we like ourselves. And hopefully it's the right thing. And lilies, I mean, obviously orientals, you don't get as many colour choices. They're sort of just pink or white with dark pink, light pink, and the rose lilies are the same. Then you get different shades of pink. Yeah, I don't know. It is. I mean, we've been to the Dutch lily days, and then they do a Dutch tulip day, so you get to look around their trial houses and see all the different varieties. We have a few trials here, which is always quite nice, because you do leave those to colour up so you can see what they look like. So that's a good photo opportunity as well. Some nice bright colours. We did a lily open day, and we actually had a trial then, and it was nice to have something for everyone to look at.
Yay!
No.
And then my last ridiculous question, because I like to know, what's your favourite snack when you're working?
Oh yeah, chocolate. Chocolate. Love chocolate. Nuts. I like nuts, but I think chocolate. I've tried to be a little bit more. I don't know. I eat too much chocolate, so I've gone more for buying a little bit more expensive chocolate, and like Tony Chocolone. Is that his name? Tony Chocolone.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
Really okay. And then you find that you probably don't eat as much because it costs so much more money, but it tastes really good. So you have to try and savor it, don't you? I think at the moment that's what I would say is my favourite. But I'm a bit of a chocoholic. How about you?
Oh yeah, anything.
But then I do eat anything really. Cake, anything.
Cake, yeah. At the moment, ice cream. We're on a night. Lockdown has ruined bedtimes for my daughter, so she's going to bed like 9:30 at the moment. I'm really trying from about 7:30 to get to bed. So I'm looking for like when she's finally asleep, about 10 o'clock, I sit down and have Ben and Jerry's ice cream. That's what's getting me through.
Oh, don't blame me.
But yeah, I think all of the team are losing weight because the biscuit tin is so full at work normally.
Yes,
I think that we are all.
Boys, Edward and Stephen eat a lot of biscuits. They like biscuits. I'm not so much a biscuit, more chocolate.
So it's interesting just to see what keeps people going, you know, because we all do such physical jobs. It's like, what's the one thing that keeps you?
Yeah, I think it would be chocolate.
Awesome.
The week we started the tubes and we were working really, really late, and when you're working that hard, you don't feel so guilty eating naughty things, do you? So yeah, good old bar of dairy milk.
Yeah, awesome. So like the next few weeks, then hopefully we'll go back to kind of normal-ish life. Then
I think it'll be a new normal, and we'll be easing our way back into it, won't we? Yeah, as long as everybody can be healthy and, you know, happy.
And will you have so the workers? Will you have other workers coming in then again?
Yes, yeah. We've got people back at work now because obviously we've got to plant lilies for going forward. You plant right through the season. Yeah, and as we get busier and busier, we'll have more people at work.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh well, awesome. Yeah. And then is there any advice that you would give people if they wanted to kind of become a flower grower or enter the industry? Any
Oh, I don't know. If you really enjoy it, then do it. Yeah. Don't know about advice. So, you know, there are so many more growers now, like starting smaller, aren't there?
Yeah.
And then get bigger and bigger every year. I mean, I should think when we started, you know, we just started off small all those years ago. It was a diversification from farming. Yeah. I mean, I would say it's not all perfect. You know, people think all growing flowers, but be ready for, you know, things to go wrong, and in any job, I suppose.
Yeah.
But if you really want to do it and you have a love for it, I think you should follow your heart, shouldn't you? Have a go. Yeah.
Brill. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, it's nice for people to
thank you.
Little world and to big world of glass houses, and to be able to see it in a glass house with the blue sky is precious. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It is. It's just amazing skies at the moment, aren't they? It's been huge. The sunniest month ever, apparently.
I know, crazy. All right, well, we'll leave it there, Jo. And then if anyone wants to get in contact with you, they just go to the Smith & Munson website, which I will put on, of course, on the video, so people can have a look, or have a look on your Instagram for all the varieties and stuff. Yay, brill.
Yeah, right. And then we sort of continue updating that as we go along. And yeah, we're going to be doing some work on it soon. So bear with us. Social media as well. Keep you updated on there.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you very much.